It's time to free yourself from the prison of belly fat once and for all. Does that sound good to you? So close the door, get a pen and paper, and make sure you stick this video out until the very end, because I promise you can do all of this with a simple 10-second trigger that I'm about to reveal every morning before breakfast. Yes, it's really that easy. Hi, I'm Todd Pittman. I'm no doctor, I'm no nutritionist, I'm no Harvard University researcher. You know who I am? I'm you. I'm a real person. I'm a 46-year-old civil engineer, and I live with my wife Joanne and my 8-year-old son Aaron in Asheville, North Carolina. I've led teams of engineers to design, build, and supervise the construction of complex infrastructures like skyscrapers, tunnels, and power plants. I tell you this because I've seen firsthand what it's like to lose control. Just like a hurricane or tsunami can turn on you, so can your body. And that's what happened to me. Telling my story is deeply emotional for me, but God compels me to do so. And soon, you will discover the truth about your belly fat, something you've never heard before. I started craving junk food like ice cream and chocolate, and although my diet was the same, I got heavier on the scales and my pants got tighter and tighter. My back was covered in sweat, and I'd be out of breath just walking from my car to the office. It was so embarrassing. And as my energy dropped, so did my confidence, to the point where I was put on desk work and barred from site visits. I went to see our family doctor, who was very concerned and warned me I needed to do something before my health deteriorated further, or worse. He recommended, you guessed it, diet and exercise. And although I didn't know it, this would mark the beginning of an 8-year nightmare. We spent thousands on meal deliveries, home gym equipment, gym memberships, ab crunchers, and not to mention the fitness classes like CrossFit, Zumba, Insanity, P90X, and more. I tried every fad diet you've heard of: paleo, keto, vegan, low carb, low fat, fasting. I tried sleeping pills, detox cleanses, and hypnosis. And I'm not going to tell you that these diets and exercise programs didn't do anything. They did help me drop 1 or 2 pounds, but like so many people, I couldn't stick to any of them. And after the hope and enthusiasm with every new diet came the crushing disappointment when it would inevitably fail. And the weight came back plus a little more. And every time this happened, I turned to comfort food. As the years rolled by, my energy levels, vitality, mood, general health, and well-being went rapidly downhill. And although the doctor's diets were supposed to help, I piled on more and more weight. Within 3 years, I put on a huge 37 pounds. Within 6 years, I was 68 pounds overweight. I hadn't looked in a mirror in months. Every time I looked down, grabbing my belly, I felt shame and guilt for letting myself go and not being able to do anything about it. You see, I know exactly what you're going through: the relentless exhaustion, the pants that don't fit, the binging, the scale anxiety. I get it, because I live those feelings every day. On top of it all, our sex life had completely gone. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but it was impossible to be intimate with my wife. And the more weight I put on, the more depressed I became. And the further away I drifted from the man Joanne had fallen in love with. Until one evening, I overheard Joanne on the phone upstairs.
I love him, Ashley. I really do. But nothing's working. I want to help him. I want him to get better, but I'm lost. He just isn't the Todd I married. I feel so bad. I just don't find him attractive anymore.
I felt powerless and weak in a way I never thought I could. I should be the father, the protector, not an emotional and financial burden. How could I help and support my family if I can't even help myself?
We all know that skinny person who eats whatever they want and never seems to put on weight. Well, they aren't special. They don't have a secret. Your research now proves they just have a normal core body temperature. And we are all unique, with unique core temperatures based on our body type. That's why some people have a slower metabolism than others. When you normalize your core temperature, you fire up your slow metabolism and effortlessly melt away stubborn fat around the clock. Understand that core temperature is not like your regular temperature. Whether you feel hot or cold, it will remain the same. You can't just jump into a sauna and fix this. In fact, scientists have wondered for decades if it's even possible to do. But I'm now certain it's with these unique plants you've discovered. This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. You're lucky. My celebrity clients would have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for this secret. I'd love to help you.
Dr. Stone did everything. He sourced all the exclusive ingredients and nutrients in bulk from some of his most vetted, trusted, and certified suppliers from Madagascar and from around the world. He wasn't finished. He then spent weeks researching and discovered 2 specific nutrients that aid absorption and boosted the fat-melting power rate of the original Madagascan recipe by another 300%. 100 milligrams of turmeric root, which supports healthy brain function but also makes for an incredible thermal turbocharger to reset your core temperature. and 40 milligrams of ginger root, which reduces sugar and carb cravings and improves digestion by 50%, enhancing the effect of the other ingredients. Dr. Stone then contacted one of the most prestigious high-tech manufacturing facilities based in the USA, who have agreed to carefully prepare all of the ingredients into a single, tiny, and easy-to-swallow veggie capsule every morning before breakfast. Inside, 4 anti-aging superfoods and 2 results-boosting ingredients that, if taken alone, would be little effect. But when combined in the exact clinically proven ratios and amounts, and taken at the right time of day, would power up your dead metabolism to not store fat, but burn it off like butter in a microwave. All while supporting a healthy liver, bones, blood pressure, joints, and heart. Instead of powders which would absorb too fast, a single convenient and safe capsule allowed for an all-day release and absorption of the potent mixture for fat loss even when sleeping. Nothing like this had ever been attempted before in the history of weight loss, and I literally couldn't wait to get started. The best part was, because this bespoke proprietary blend is 100% plant-based and natural, and the facility where we produced our capsules is based in the USA, FDA registered and GMP certified, I didn't have to wait for approval. We just needed one willing patient to put the protocol to the test. And of course, a patient was me. As soon as the first batch of tiny relaxing capsules arrived, I started. I stopped exercising and eating less as instructed. Still, I was a little skeptical. I thought I must be a little crazy, but by the grace of God, it did work fast. Hours after I started, I noticed the warmth of real, powerful nutrition flowing through my veins. And the first morning, I'd lost half an inch but thought nothing of it. But every morning that followed, as my metabolism awakened, my weight was dropping. Down, 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 and down. And before I had time to buy new jeans, 68 pounds of raw, ugly fat had melted off my belly, hips, thighs, and arms, like taking a blowtorch to butter. My sugar cravings vanished, and my metabolism was like a fat-burning furnace, all while I was still eating cake, pizza, chocolate, and all of my favorite foods. I fell asleep instantly. I was sleeping deeper. I woke up every morning refreshed with all-day energy, wide awake, and ready to go before my alarm even went off. My skin was firm and radiant. My hair was healthier. My bloating and gassiness disappeared. My joints were smooth and supple. When I touched my belly, arms, and legs, instead of soft fat, I could feel toned muscle. I looked forward to it every morning. I opened my cupboard, grabbed a capsule and a glass of water, and got on with my day stress-free. The most amazing part was watching my stomach, watching the fat I used to grab in absolute disgust. The fat I'd been fighting for years and years quickly shrank away to nothing. And listening to my compliments from my family, my colleagues at work who doubted me, now begging me for my secret. I could always turn heads and catch sight of the female engineers at work eyeing me up. But truthfully, I only cared about one person, my wife Joanne. Seeing her go from barely noticing her own husband to not being able to keep her hands off me. This is what made it all worthwhile for me. And not only was Joanne back in love with me again and enjoying my new body, but she had rapidly dropped 26 pounds herself by using this easy morning trick. And the spark was back, and our marriage was stronger than ever. I felt so grateful and fortunate to finally experience what life should have been like. What I had been missing out on for so many years. I could mow the lawn, walk the dog, do my woodworking, and still have energy left over to throw a ball with my boy in the backyard for hours. I could go out to restaurants and not have to worry about how tired I would get, or what food I could eat, or people smirking at me. And all it took was 5 seconds of my time and one tiny calming capsule every morning before breakfast to trigger my metabolism. I went back to see Dr. Stone. His face went from a welcoming smile to outright astonishment as he looked at my slim athletic body, and then complete disbelief when he saw my health markers.
I'm so happy for you, Todd. This is even more incredible than I ever expected. You're down 9 inches on your waist. Your heart, blood sugar, and blood pressure is that of a 20-year-old. Your serotonin levels, the happy hormone, are 35% higher. Your resting heart rate has dropped 10 beats. And best of all, your metabolic rate is 125% faster. That's more than double it was just weeks ago. This shows you the incredible power a normal core temperature has on our metabolism and health. Truly remarkable.
Can you imagine when your doctor tells you the same? How you will feel? It was like a time machine taking me back 8 years before this nightmare began. That summer, Joanne and I went hiking on the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains. Every step I took, I thanked God for giving me my life back. We sat there at 5 a.m. and watched the sunrise over the forest below, Joanne warm and safe in my arms. I'm man enough to admit I burst into tears. Memories I could only have dreamt of not long ago. I was desperate to get the formula out to as many people as possible, but Dr. Stone warned me that one person wasn't proof that it worked. So we put adverts online and recruited 1,345 men, women, mothers, fathers from all walks of life and put it to the test. They had to be over 40, struggling with unexplained weight gain, tired, hungry, and fed up with diets and exercise. The results were way more incredible than any one of us could have imagined. Within just a few weeks, every single of the 1,345 people experienced a rapid restart and turbo boost of their metabolism, from 80% to 170% faster metabolic rates. Cravings and appetites went away, energy levels soared, dangerous visceral fat around organs vanished, back pain, joint pains and aches disappeared, brain fog lifted, stress and anxiety disappeared, sex drive, libido returned and rocketed. They supported healthy hearts, arteries, and blood pressure. Many reported seeing their abs for the very first time in their lives. They felt freedom. A total of 97% of participants went on to lose over 37 pounds of fat, a grand total of 48,248 pounds for that group. The other 3% lost over 25 pounds, but were no less happy with their new bodies and health. They've been given a second chance at life. Let's hear from some of them now.
My result is a 44 pounds weight loss. So I put on quite a lot of weight with my first son because I just thought it would come off afterwards, you know? I was young, but it remained the same. I was getting comfortable in my relationship and my life, you know, so my weight kept going up and up. I looked bloated in the face, and I hid my body. At my biggest, I was 258 pounds. The hardest part? I was covered with this thick, stubborn fat. You know, the fat that just doesn't go away no matter what you do? I felt awful, basically. So anyway, I came across Todd's metabolism fix. I was blown away. It just opened my eyes to what was happening and why everything I'd tried before had failed. I've now lost all that nasty, stubborn fat. I feel like a yummy mummy. You can really do it and be as happy as me, which I can tell you is the greatest feeling ever.
I am down 37 pounds since I started this metabolism trigger each morning. For me, my weight problem started when I unfortunately lost my job, and it meant I did a lot of nothing all day and, of course, piled on the pounds. I was never one for going to the gym due to my size, and I was so self-conscious. I wasn't good at dieting either. You know, why should I spend my life depriving myself of nice food? I can't tell you how great Todd's solution is. Everything makes sense now. It allows me to live my life how I want, no exceptions. I can be the slim, healthy man I should be, while still enjoying food and life. It's the perfect balance.
I've made my life's mission to help as many people as possible take back control of their metabolism with this never-seen-before breakthrough formula. And now that you've seen how it's worked for me and everyone else, I want you to see how it works for you. It is my honor to introduce Metacore, the world's first 100% natural solution to fix the scientifically proven root cause of your slow metabolism, low core temperature. Metacore is the only product in the world with a proprietary blend of 6 of the highest quality, ancient detoxifying nutrients and plants in the exact clinically proven quantities to normalize core temperature and in turn trigger and supercharge metabolism for both men and women. Your daily nourishing Metacore capsule is manufactured here in the USA in our FDA approved and GMP, good manufacturing practice, certified facility under the most sterile, strict, and precise standards. Each made from 100% plant-based ingredients, vegetarian, non-GMO, and safe. There are no dangerous toxins, stimulants, or caffeine, so no jittery feelings and they aren't habit or tolerance forming. Nothing like this has ever been created in history, and no discovery like this will ever come again. Electrifying your metabolism and enjoying all-day energy with Metacore is so easy it'll feel like you're cheating at life. Yet it's more powerful than any diet or exercise on the planet you've ever tried or ever will try in your lifetime. And because these exotic nutrients hail from Madagascar, the most diverse and healthiest island on Earth, they aren't only incredible for your metabolism, blood sugar, and waistline, but help support healthy heart, brain, joints, and much more. So you'll also be improving your complete health at the same time. And the best part is, you don't need to starve yourself or do another second of back-breaking exercise ever again. Here we are, ready for you to finally get the metabolism, flat belly, and slim body you've been dreaming of and which you deserve. 213,508 people have already had life-changing results with Metacore. Take it now and achieve the same dramatic improvements in metabolism yourself.